Hello there, Debbie. Thank you for buying another pack, and I'm really happy that you're keen to carry on improving. Fantastic. Let's have a look. One of the most controversial issues is the one of democracy, of democracy's role, or the role of democracy. Or even better, one of the most controversial issues is the role of democracy in society. Okay, because if you just say the democracy role, we don't know really in what respect we're talking about, in what context. We should just make it clear that we are talking about the context of a society. Since it was implemented in many economies, it has been considered an ideal rather than a reality. Good. From my perspective, democracy has lost trustworthiness and power. In this essay, I will look, or this essay will look at some reasons for the lack of reliability on democracy will be made. No. From my perspective, democracy has lost trustworthiness, has lost the trust of the people, and this essay will look at various reasons regarding the loss of reliability in democracy. Okay, I don't use reliability though. Reliability is like whether your car is not going to break down. Okay, maybe we could say reliance on democracy. Okay, I'll let you find an alternative. Otherwise, that was a good introduction. On the one hand, when candidates are promoting themselves as the best option for governing a country, wonderful sentence, they make several promises that not always are kept. Okay? Or that are not always reachable. For instance, in Mexico, during the contest for the presidency, our current governor listed all the changes he would make after being elected. Fortunately, very little of his objectives have been fulfilled. The reasons because he cannot accomplish all the goals planned at the beginning are diverse, being the most important being the lack of control over various factors that surround an economy. Among these are the global prices, the impact of other markets on local trade, and the political influence of other countries. Remember, okay, this would have been a wonderful paragraph if you'd have just finished off with, therefore, therefore, democracy and the electorate, therefore, regarding Mexico, the democracy and society appear to have less influence over or with the elected bodies. Okay, can you just see how I'm almost directly referring back to the question? I'm closing the paragraph and referring back to the question, and I'm using a lot of synonyms so I can pick up more points for my vocabulary. So if I just use the same words from the question, it's all over Range Rover for Ben. Alright, what I'm saying is that it's not the best thing I can do. Alright, I'm not going to get any points, so I'll just use my extensive vocabulary, which you've got, and use synonyms. On the other hand, the weakness of democracy is the responsibility of each citizen, and not only of the authorities. For example, in Mexico, the real proportion of people that are informed about the political environment is marginal. Nevertheless, this situation can change if all the voters in a country investigate about the problems that concerns them, okay, and questions the rules and policies that are against their interest. Good. Consequently, the likelihood of having a dishonest president might be reduced. In conclusion, democracy has suffered some drawbacks over the last few years. However, the problem is not the concept itself, but the exasperation of expectations in governments and a shortage of commitment in the community, or the shortage of the commitment of the community. Okay, good work. I'm a little bit worried though, Debbie, sorry. that you are possibly, well, not possibly, you are veering away from the sentence guide. Remember that structure that we've learned and that we've practiced so many times. Remember to keep following it, okay? Because that is what's going to keep you on the right path, okay? But good work, that, good essay. Academic task 1. The information is divided in two sets. First one depicts information about car ownership in England and Scotland during 1995, while the second provides information about VW owners in two countries, or just VW owners between 1990 and 1998. Good, very good. I'm happy as well to see that that sentence holds no story. It's just you're reporting the black and white, what's in front of you. So good work there, Debbie. The most striking fact is that the majority of the cars in Scotland during 1995 were bought, whereas in England the proportion of bought cars was less than a half. Good. In addition, the most important type of car ownership in Scotland was sharing, 20%. Is that true? I don't think. Sorry. In addition, the second most. Yes, sorry. However, this participation in England was considerably less, with just 30%. Okay, now really what I'd like you to do, Debbie, is start using whereas and while. Okay? Let me know if you've got the task 1 book. If you haven't, I'll send it over to you, okay? Because it's a good book and I think it'll help you. But what I want to see in the next one is, where is it now? However, whereas and while, because they're also good ways to compare. From the second graph, it can be seen that VWs sold more cars in Scotland than in England during the studied period. Okay, just put comma, 1990, 1994. Okay, now we're going to something different, so full stop. Okay, actually, so during the studied period. Okay, so just delete the being. 1990, 1994 were the years with higher sales, or with sales over 180, or with higher sales, comma, 180, but we don't need higher and over together, okay, one or the other. Conversely, the years with lower sales in Scotland were 91, 97, 98, less than 150,000. However, the last mentioned years were the ones which had the most important number of sales in England. Good. To summarise, it can be said that the tendency of VW sales was rather erratic in the span of 9 years. The most important fact is that, okay, I wouldn't have said remarkable, and also you've already said most important, so we just need one, okay? We just need one, either most important or remarkable, but don't use both. Okay, so the most important fact is that Scotland was the leader in buying cars, or bought the most cars, full stop. Okay. This can be confirmed in the pie chart of 1995, which shows that bought cars were the main type of ownership in that country. Very good observation as well, that last one. Excellent work there, Debbie. We're coming along fine. So you know the score now. You implement all the corrections, add them to your error list, and then the next time you write your essay from the pack, okay, look for the next question in the pack. Once you've finished writing it, check for the mistakes made in this one, okay, and then send it me. All right, you're doing fantastic, and I want you to keep on writing. All right, let's keep going.